and it looks like it might rain a little bit later. Welcome to my rooftop here in China. Copious amounts of Chinese tea with plants and animals. My name is Lauren. This is Hoza. Hoza. And he's working on some food right now, and I'm about to start working on some tea. I'm pretty thirsty. Let's get into it. This is a Milan Xiang. It's from last year because the Milan Xiang from this year isn't ready yet. You know, Milan Xiang, like all other dance songs, or like most dance songs, have charcoal roasting and resting cycles. And so it's really not ready till towards the end of the year for the current year, even though it may be picked in spring. Oh man, so fragrant. You know what I tell people? I say don't judge a tea by the dry leaf scent. You know, dry leaves typically will have very low scent and not even accurate to the wet leaf or the flavor. So yeah, I don't put much stock in dry leaf scents. Although you see a lot of people doing that, they'll kind of like smell dry leaves, but really it's those wet leaves. Smelling the wet leaf is where it's at. And man, this thing hits. It's just so fragrant. Oh man, there's like all sorts of interesting kind of like a little bit of like kimchi, a little bit of like what is it, like banana custard. I don't know. It's really, really nice. And I have such a bland, boring diet that these tea aromas are like the most excitement I really get in some sort of, something I'm going to consume. But that's kind of the first infusion right there. Milan Xiang. This is the same Milan Xiang from the website. And I think it's actually out of stock right now. So actually there's a lot of teas that are out of stock. What I'm going to do very shortly is I'm going to reorganize the website. I'm going to clean up the menu system, because right now you click Chinese tea and you're just like doom scrolling through all these different teas. So I'm going to clean it up, sort it into the 6 different types of tea, and then I might have like a separate section just for Sheng Pu'er. Or you know what, I might just make a separate section for Pu'er. Yeah, so it'll be like the 6 types of teas plus a dedicated Pu'er section. I think that's kind of the cleanest way to do it. Because, you know, Sheng Pu'er isn't really like a dark tea. Like, yeah, I guess it is. I guess if you age it a long time, it becomes like a more fermented tea. But Sheng Pu'er is kind of its own thing. It's kind of its own deal. So, but yeah, if you're just visiting the channel, welcome. My name's Lauren. This is my rooftop here in China, where I drink tea with plants and animals. And today I'm drinking this Milan Xiang. But yeah, I was thinking about ways to organize the website. And yeah, I could have like, you know, white, red, green, dark, yellow, oolong, which would be kind of logical and straightforward. But then like Sheng Pu'er, like Shou Pu'er, of course, so that's going to be a dark tea. Sheng Pu'er, I mean, Sheng Pu'er is technically kind of like a green tea, because, you know, it's walk fire to halt the oxidation, you know, before there's a lot of oxidation. So, yeah, you know, Sheng Pu'er is kind of this mysterious one. But then if people are in the Sheng Pu'er category, they're like, well, what about Shou Pu'er? So I think I would just make a Pu'er category distinct. I don't know. What do you guys think? And maybe that's just splitting hairs and just throw it under dark tea. What do you guys think? I'm actually kind of curious what people think about that. Do you think Sheng Pu'er should be just under dark tea? Heicha? Or maybe not. I just don't know. Anyways, this is like optimizing really, and like it doesn't really matter, right? Like if you're looking for a certain tea, like you're probably gonna click everything. Anyways, hope everyone's doing well. Let's try this tea out of this ginseng cup. Man, I love this cup. You know what this reminds me of? A woman's mascara. You see how it's like they got that shiny shimmer? This reminds me of like, I don't know where I saw this. Like a woman with isn't that what they call it? Mascara, like on the eyelid and like around the eye. Like yeah, I just have some like vision in my mind of some really attractive woman with like a shiny blue. I don't know where I saw that. Probably some movie. Anyways, it's not important. What is important is drinking the tea. Let's drink the tea. Oh yeah, kind of like mango. So yeah, I want to get the website tuned up like that, more organized into different tea categories, because I'm going to be pouring on some new teas. I'm going to just be steeping that website in all sorts of different teas, just pouring them into the inventory. And I'd actually like to have 30 teas on the website by the end of the year. That's a little bit ambitious, and I don't know if I can hit that, but I'm going to try. But at least like 20. And right now, I think we're kind of around, well, it's kind of like around 15, but we lost one. I think it's around 14. I think there are 14 teas on the website right now. So yeah, I might just add like 5, like 10 more. I'd like to add like 10 more by the end of the year. And I got a big Yunnan trip coming up, so that's gonna be a big part of that. I like to just throw some stuff from a bunch of different Yunnan places. And then rock teas. You know, I've got all these different rock teas, and it's just hard to make decisions. All the prices are bad. You know, it's like hard to find a good Jiangyan rock tea at a good price. And anyways, so yeah, I'd like to add some rock teas. And well, look at this butterfly battling the wind. It's like really windy, but that butterfly was just like handling it. Look at this butterfly. It is pretty breezy up here. But, hey, Emmanuel! And Gaiwan's. Yeah, Gaiwan's on the website. You got it, Emmanuel. Yeah, I'm sorry. You know, I always talk about these products coming to the website, and then I kind of regret talking about it because I realize, oh, I'm not even ready for that. And so I always feel like a real jerk, just leading people on, just teasing. And I'm sorry about that. But who knew, like, just figuring out the packaging for these Gaiwans would be like this, like this project management tour de force. Oh man. So, ooh, look, the cat is trying to hunt the butterfly. Yeah, this is what Huza does. Huza likes to hunt butterflies. He's in hunting mode. But yeah, teaware, new teas, tea tour. Remember I was yammering on about the tea. Whoops, sorry. This is how I do my microphone on the hat here. It's quite cool. Anyways, yeah, remember I was yammering on about the tea tour? So that's actually coming too. And I'm like, I think the first week of September, the tea tour will be a listing on the website. It'll be its own menu category, tea tour. And I'm actually going to call it tea making tour because tea making is going to be a big part of that. You know, we just don't want to like go to these tea regions and be like, yep, that's a tea plant. I saw a picture of that on the internet before I got my visa. We want to go to these tea regions and actually pick the tea, process the tea, and what the heck, bring that tea home with me. Wouldn't that be awesome to be like, yeah, I went to China and I made tea and I brought it home with me. That would be sick. So, and yeah, maybe I'll just like ship it to you in America. I don't know how it's gonna go, but yeah, well, you know, it'll probably be kind of a carry what you can. But if you wanted to ship stuff, that could also be arranged. Look at this cool bird. Oh, it flew away. But yeah, it's not just going to be like a tea region tour. No. Tea making tour with an emphasis on the making. So you're actually going to get the skills of tea manufacturing, which is so cool. I mean, nobody in America has those skills. Nobody in America has even like picked a tea leaf. So it's gonna be a really cool experience. Sorry, I just slipped into sales mode there. It happens. You know, I get a little excited, and then I just start sell, 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 sell. Sorry. But yeah, so I've been kind of working on it, planning it, kind of flopping back and forth. But I'm gonna make those hard decisions and get a listing up. And yeah, I think it'll be like, you know, probably 2 payments where you can pay like 50% to reserve your spot. There's only gonna be 5 spots. Like, it's super limited. It's gonna be between 3 and 5 people. Like, that's it. Like, this is like a core, tailored, personalized. See, I'm slipping into sales mode again there. I don't know how that happens. Anyways, so yeah, it's just gonna be like a small group, and it'll be like 50% deposit paid. Hold your spot, and then the other 50% deposit, I think, would have to be paid by like the end of the year. I think that's how it would be. And yeah, and then like January, I would like email you like a travel guide and like a visa guide. I want to like make it really easy. Anyways, so that's really cool, and that's what I've been thinking a lot about. I went to my wife's hometown, and the whole time I was there, all I was doing was planning the tea tour. And so I was pricing out the train trip. There's going to be 1 train journey in there. There's going to be a lot of car journey. And then there's going to be 1 flight. We're going to be flying from Fuzhou to Kunming. And then another flight from Kunming. So there's like multiple flights in this. So, yeah, it's going to be exciting. It's probably going to be, well, it will be, well, I haven't finalized the price yet, but it's going to be over 4,000 US dollars per person. So obviously it's not for everybody. You know, if you're just a struggling college student, you know, it's probably, I don't know. I mean, you probably get a student loan and then buy this. Yeah, but those student loans aren't going to be discharged in bankruptcy. So, you know, if you want to be making payments on this tea tour for the next 30 years, you got to think about it. But yeah, it's going to be like 12 days, 4, possibly 5 locations. We might stay a night in Kunming as just kind of a layover point, because Kunming's like a cool big city, and you know, you can say, hey, I went to Kunming. And there's also a lot of storage warehouses in Kunming. Wouldn't it be awesome to be able to go see some Pu'er tea storage warehouses? Just trounce around someone's sterile warehouse and just bother people. Why are all these Americans in our tea warehouse today? We go in there once every 6 months. Or no, actually, you'd probably have to go in there at least once every month, kind of turn the teas. You know, the teas in the warehouse, they need to be kind of shuffled around and managed properly for even drying, even aging. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, Emmanuel. Nice to have you. Haven't really seen too many people on these live streams in a while, so really cool, really cool. But yeah, tea wear, tea tour, 10 new teas. I mean, there's just a lot going on, guys. But we're going to get it done. We are going to get it done, tea aficionados. And, yeah, I'm feeling really good. Everything's looking up. You know, we're optimistic. You know, my tea connection is kind of, you know, it's still not quite, you know, paying all the bills. So, but we're getting there. It's looking like it could work. Like, we're starting to, like, I'm fully committed, you know, on that 10-year time scale. We're going for it. And I just want to thank everybody for coming along with me. Oh man, you know, tea is so cool. And to be able to make a tea company is so cool. And I've just met so many cool people. Seems like tea people are really cool people. And even here in China, like the people that work in the tea space and stuff, like they're all awesome. It's just like a tea attracts like a certain kind of cool person. I've really kind of noticed that. Glad I'm not in like the the cigarette business or something. It's just kind of a different vibe. So tea is an awesome product. I'm actually looking for the cat right now. I don't know where the cat went. What's that? Oh, there he is. Gosh, look at this black cat. Just like, look, you just see like a shadow with some eyes. This cat's so funny. Is it? You didn't finish your food yet. And look, his little tongue kind of... Oh, it's not really sticking out now. Oh, man, this cat's so chill. And you guys are so chill, too. So I'm going to wrap it up there. Thanks so much for stopping by. Yeah, Milan Xiang. Gosh, I feel like I didn't even drink that much tea on this live stream. Just kind of yip-yapping and jaw-jacking. Wow, 18 people are watching. Welcome to my rooftop here in China. See that? See that building? Totally China. You just can't fake that. You just can't fake that. See this Chaozhou stove for heating our water for tea? Totally Chinese, super Chinese, I would even argue. And look at this, guys. Chinese writing. We are in China. But yeah, this is my rooftop where I drink copious amounts of tea with plants and animals. There's a cat over there. Who's that? What's that? Okay, he's deep in meditation. That's great. Do you guys meditate? Let me know all about it. Because, it's like anything. Like, I know that meditation is really good for me. But I've just had so much trouble getting that habit ingrained. I haven't ritualized it. There are some things in my life I always do no matter what. Like, at this point now, it's like eat super clean on my diet. Don't even think about eating crap from outside or anything. Lifting weights, morning hikes. But installing the meditation into my system has not really stuck. Although many successful people I admire say meditation's great. So, what about you? How about you? Have you had any trouble getting these things? Well, of course you have. You're human, right? This is the human condition. These things we know are good for us, and but we don't do them for whatever reason. So some sort of resistance there. But every time I meditate, I feel good, and I was like, wow, that was a good experience. And if you do it for like a week in a row, you already start to notice some improvements. And you got to ask yourself, why do billionaires meditate? Because, these people, their hour might be worth $100,000. Their 20 minutes might be worth $100,000. Why would they take $100,000 of time and put it into meditation? Wow, they must be getting some huge returns from it. So, yeah, I've heard specifically like Sam Ovens describe meditation as kind of a force multiplier. So if you're like, oh, I don't have time to meditate, well, that's actually why you need to meditate, because it gives you time. This is what Sam Ovens says. He says it gives you time because when you can control your mind from distraction and bring it back to your task you're focusing on, when you can consistently do that, your time becomes worth so much more because you can just, use it the way you want instead of getting distracted by stuff. So, yeah, it actually adds value to each unit of time throughout the day. So if you think, oh, I don't have time to meditate, well, buddy, you don't have time not to meditate. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there on that poetry. Thank you so much for stopping by. We had like 20 people watching at one time, which is rare for a simple guy like me talking to himself on a rooftop in China. But thanks for stopping by. Really appreciate it. I will see you tomorrow. Milan Xiang. Look at these beautiful leaves. Look at these beautiful leaves. I love the different colors in dancong leaves because they're not fully oxidized, So you get some interesting greens and browns in there. Really love the color. Yeah, Milan Xiang. Dancong. It's spelled Dancong, and that's from the Phoenix Mountains in eastern Guangdong province. And I'm trying to go back there before the end of the year because there's some stuff I missed the last time I was there, and I want to just make some new friends. And but yeah, these are beautiful. I always thought Dancong leaves were some of the most beautiful, just because this like kaleidoscope of colors, and they're just amazingly fragrant and really wonderful to smell too. So it's just like it's just an awesome thing. Anyways, you guys are awesome, and tea is awesome, and I'm gonna leave it there. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I will see you tomorrow.